if we're not seeking to better the world around us or the world that we live in, then we're not alive. It's meaningless.
It is.
As somebody who has struggled with depression and suicidal thoughts and that sort of a thing, it's been very difficult for me to be like, why am I working? Why am I trying to get money? Is it just to pay another bill, to do another thing and just go around the hamster wheel? Or is it to genuinely find meaning in the life that I'm living? I sincerely believe that we were not put on this earth to just go through the motions. We are here to learn. We are here to build relationships with people and grow into better versions of ourselves. People don't lack motivation or passion a lot of times. They lack clarity in a lot of ways, which is something that you provide, which, again, I love. But the blueprint is all about getting that clarity, cleaning out the clutter, and really getting a good blueprint, hence the name. So the question here is, what limiting beliefs have you overcome to be able to be where you're at, this dynamic, speaking in front of thousands and performing and singing? How did you get there? What of those limiting beliefs did you overcome?
Oh my goodness. So when I think of where I was as that young middle schooler with her legs in the air, at that same time, the personality that I had then and the personality that I have now are so different. I never could have imagined how I would change, because at that stage in my life, when I was very young, I was extraordinarily quiet. I hardly ever opened my mouth. At home, at school, with friends, and people would often say to me, "You are so quiet." And here's a tip. Never say that to somebody who is quiet, because it will not open them up. I guarantee you. It just closes them down more.
Don't point out somebody's insecurities.
Don't point out somebody's insecurities.
That's not going to help them overcome them. Oh, that's interesting.
Isn't it? Yeah. You heard that before?
Good notes.
Yeah.
Good lesson.
To think that now I've spoken in front of thousands, I've sung at the Kennedy Center. It's like, how did that... I don't know. I do know that I worked tirelessly through personal thoughts, through reading books, through going to classes, through meeting with other people and sharing ideas. Yeah. And it took a long time for me to realize, because my belief was, nobody wants to hear what I have to say. I have nothing worthwhile to say. There's nothing that can come out of my mouth that's anything coherent, or I cannot add to the conversation. Nobody wants to hear my opinion. Yeah. That was my internal belief that was so deeply, but that was what it was. And so working on that again and again finally has vastly improved that. But I will tell you that it actually never went away, because I still have that limiting belief that crops up every now and then.
Those
even
internal
that, it's
demons.
so I encourage people not to be discouraged when you've worked so hard to get rid of some limiting beliefs and they're still there. But now I realize, oh, there you are, little friend. Yeah, you go away. I know you've been with me a long time, but your work is done, and whatever you had to say is okay, but we're not going to take that in or believe that any longer.